Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is William Heinman, your host, and you are at Just Force 911, where we look at how public officials do their job or they don't, and normally it's because they don't. Hey, today is an update on Broken Arrow Police Department. It comes from our civil rights lawyer's channel. Go over there, show him some love, hit his subscribe and his like button, and tell him I sent you. And while you're at it, hit mine too, please. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you know when we put up a new video, so you don't miss out on anything. And hit the like button. It helps my numbers. I'm not sure exactly how, but I'm getting to learn really quick. If you would, I'd appreciate it. Today is about a officer who basically stomped on a guy's rights by going into his house without a warrant, arresting him, and taking him to jail. That's a no-no for any moron cop out there that doesn't already know this. How can you not know this? This is basically 101. God, I don't get it. Because you have such an ego and you're an egotistical maniac and you're a sovereign citizen, you think you can get away with this? Wow. Anyway, before I just happened to think, one of my viewers sent that a violation of an oath of office should become a felony. I actually like this idea. If you take an oath of office and you break that oath, it ought to be a felony. So we're going to see what we can do with that. I know I'm going to start pushing that real hard and maybe see if a couple lawmakers would be interested in doing something with it. I don't know. We'll see. So let's get into the video and see what our friend has to say at the Civil Rights Lawyers. Here we go.
Hello. Just wanted to let you know that the trailer is legally parked, so I need to see your driver's license so I can issue a citation for blocking the roadway. Hey, I'm investigating a traffic crime. You do not have the right to do that. You're detained.
Do you remember this video that we did a few months ago? This was from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Well, finally, a decision has been made as to the continued employment of this police officer, Michael Ferguson. If you recall, Officer Ferguson really did not like this guy, Richard, along with a few other people.
Richard, he's he's always doing stuff like this. This guy's just trying to work. Richard was blocking the road. He does stuff like this all the time.
Oh, I'm very familiar with
I'm
Mr.
sure you
McMahon.
are,
Yeah. So I get here and he's got his little four-door car blocking the entire cul-de-sac. And he comes out and he's like, yeah, Richard's a prick. And I'm like, yep, he is. It would bring me great pleasure if we could take Richard McMahon to jail tonight. I was just going to see what all traffic charges I have on Richard. Illegal parking probably would be my guess. He's a narcissist with nothing better to do. McMahon. I hate this guy. I hate Richard McMahon. Oh, I'll stand back and let you guys take care of it. I just think he's a bag.
Well, the city of Broken Arrow did decide to fire Officer Michael Ferguson.
Well, Broken Arrow Police Sergeant Michael Ferguson has been fired after that incident, and this comes after an internal investigation on the arrest you just saw.
As I explained in the prior video, he seems to have missed something rather important at the police academy. If they're going to arrest the guy, why can't they just go arrest him? Well, he's inside his house. According to the U.S. Supreme Court, police officers cannot arrest you when you're inside your house unless they have a warrant. That's Peyton versus New York. I think it was 1980. They have to have an arrest warrant. All police officers can do without a warrant is walk up to the door, just like a Girl Scout selling cookies, knock on the door, and see if the man will just consensually have this encounter and not demand that they leave his property, in which case they would have to. But were any other Broken Arrow officers fired because more were involved than just Ferguson? Well, there have been additional firings, but as you'll see, not because of this.
That footage and the investigation was ultimately reviewed by the Broken Arrow City Manager's Office, who ultimately decided to terminate Ferguson's employment with the city of Broken Arrow. Now, Broken Arrow Police Department say they are not making any further comment at this time on the incident. Reporting live from Broken Arrow, Mackenzie Richmond for Good Day, Oklahoma.
Oh, by the way, on Friday of last week, I had the great honor of being one of the 2024 recipients of the Governor's Civil Rights Day Award. That was a fantastic ceremony, and I truly was honored to be a part of it. We have a lot of interesting information to get to on this Broken Arrow update. So I'm going to very quickly tell you about the sponsor of this video, and then we're going to break it all down. Many of you have discovered that it can be nearly impossible to find a civil rights lawyer. Although I get calls from all around the country every day, I'm only one person, and I only take specific types of cases, and only in West Virginia. The good news is that if you need a lawyer because you've been injured, you can hire America's largest injury law firm, no matter what state you're in. Morgan & Morgan has over 1,000 attorneys in all 50 states. Because they're the biggest, they have the ability not to settle for lowball offers. Last year in Florida, they got a victim who was in a life-altering car crash, $12.2 million. The insurance only offered them $350,000. They got another victim in New York, $6.8 million. The insurance only offered the victim $275,000. Best part, their service is free unless you win. It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. You can submit a claim and communicate with your legal team all from your smartphone. If you've been seriously injured, it will only take a couple of minutes to start a claim with Morgan & Morgan at forthepeople.com/thecivilrightslawyer, found in the description below. According to Fox 23, a Broken Arrow police sergeant was fired by the city manager's office following an investigation of a confrontation with a homeowner from back in May, and that's Richard. Broken Arrow Police announced Sergeant Michael Ferguson was fired from the department. Bodycam video showed Sergeant Ferguson had a confrontation with a homeowner at his door, which ultimately resulted in an arrest inside the home. The Broken Arrow police chief said that the man who was arrested was released and not charged with any crime. BAPD said Ferguson was placed on administrative leave as they initiated an internal investigation. Following that investigation, the department said the findings were forwarded to the city manager's office for review. Now, Broken Arrow Police said in a statement that the city manager's office has terminated Ferguson's employment with the city. Fox 23 reached out to the homeowner, Richard, online and knocked at his residence. But they haven't heard back, not surprisingly. The Bodycam video released by the Broken Arrow Police shows Richard McMahon being manhandled by police officers all over a parking violation. Police and McMahon said that he parked in front of a truck that was parked in his cul-de-sac in an attempt to block an individual from leaving before police arrived.
It appears this has turned into a disturbance. Yep. Hello.
Good evening.
What's going on?
He's pissed because I'm trying to get this yard done and he doesn't like how I'm parking.
Okay.
Even though I did allow room for everybody else to park because there's nowhere for me to park without blocking somebody's mailbox or their driveway when that's the yard I'm trying to get to. He's trying to tell me I'm supposed to park down by the elementary school. But I did accommodate, make sure my phone's out, I got space to get around, and as you saw, his own vehicle, he was still able to get out of his own driveway and block the whole freaking section off, which is what he was saying. He couldn't even back out of his driveway because I was blocking the road.
Okay. Hello. How are you?
Man, I was just going to say, Richard, he's a fucking prick. He's always doing stuff like this. This guy's just trying to work and cut yards, and he does stuff like this all the time.
Oh, I'm very familiar with
I'm
Mr.
sure you
McMahon.
are,
Yeah.
I'm just sorry. I just wanted to vouch for him because I know you're just trying to do your thing, and he's always got to be a. Like you heard him. How does that make sense for me to go park down by the elementary school to come way down here on my mower? That's not logical at all. Anywhere block anything for him, he just loses his mind.
If you exist in this cul-de-sac, he loses his mind.
It's pretty ridiculous. And like you saw, like he was saying, he couldn't back out. He had plenty of room, even with my tailgate down. Yeah, he was able to get out of his driveway, and he decided to try to barricade me in here.
Okay. Did you at any point in time try to leave?
No, I'm still working. I just got done with mowing. I'm just starting with the edge.
Richard was blocking the road.
Yeah.
Still saw his car out here.
I'm just about done with the edge, and I still got to weed eat and then blow it, and then I'm heading off to the next one.
Okay. You have your ID on you?
Certainly.
I haven't quite determined what we want to do yet. So I get here, and he's got his little four-door car blocking the entire cul-de-sac so that he can't leave. As soon as I pull down the street, he beats feet and pulls back into his garage, shuts all the doors, goes inside. Talking to the RP, who's the lawn guy over here, he asked if he'd start weeding again. I'm like, yeah, sure. Start talking to him, and he's like, yeah, he's on a tirade about how I'm blocking the cul-de-sac. He can't get out of his driveway. Even the firefighter neighbor right there with the two trucks, he was trying to get in his driveway. Richard's blocking the entire cul-de-sac, won't let him in. And he comes out and he's like, yeah, Richard's a prick. And I'm like, yep, he is. Yeah, we're very aware. So, really at this point, I was just going to see what all traffic charges I have on Richard. Illegal parking probably would be my guess. Because I asked him, I was like, were you trying to leave it all? And he's like, no, he was just blocking the cul-de-sac. So I'm like, okay. Which I can write him a citation for because I saw that. So it would bring me great pleasure if we could take Richard McMahon to jail tonight. He's a narcissist. He's a narcissist with nothing better to do. No person shall park a vehicle within a street or alley in such a manner or under such conditions as to leave available less than 10 feet of width of roadway for the free movement of vehicular traffic. Do you think that would cover this?
Right here.
Oh yeah. Oh
Keep
yeah,
this
yeah.
guy from leaving. And I guess when he's referred, he started around right inside and has yet to be seen.
Yeah. Because he knows he's in the wrong and he doesn't want,
Yeah, he's not going to answer the door for us.
no.
Keeps his house good.
McMahon. I hate this guy.
The camera is wrong.
Yep. Oh. I hate Richard McMahon. I don't care. Huh? Oh, I'll stand back and let you guys take care of it. I just think he's a bag. Let it go. He's not going to answer the door for his improper parking, so.
You want to try?
Sure.
He, when I was measuring, did open the door, so he's right there.
No.
Did he answer the door? Like, did he open the door out of curiosity?
He opened the door, then looked, and then closed the door. So he's by the door. He's walking.
Of course he is. Yeah, we can try.
When police arrived on the scene, McMahon was questioned about the incident. Then officers said they needed his driver's license so he could be issued a ticket, which sparked the confrontation. The homeowner attempted to close the door on the officers, and the officer pushed his way in, saying, "I'm investigating a traffic crime. You are detained."
Hello. Just wanted to let you know that the trailer is legally parked.
Oh. So I can go park anywhere in the cul-de-sac the way he's parked?
The way he's parked is legal. The way you were parked when I showed up was not. So I need to see your driver's license so I can issue a citation for blocking the roadway.
I didn't block the roadway.
Yes, you did. I saw you when you... Listen. Hey. I'm investigating a traffic crime. You do not have the right to do that. You are detained. You are detained.
Come in my house.
You are detained.
For what?
For the traffic violation I observed. I need to see your
You're detaining me
license.
for a traffic violation.
Yes, I am. Open the door.
You're detaining.
Come here. You are under arrest.
After a brief altercation, the officers forced the man on the ground and placed him under arrest.
You are under
All
arrest.
5 of you.
Yep, you are under arrest.
All 5 of you. Hey.
You got a gun?
Hey, let me go.
Stand down.
Hey.
One second. You are under arrest. Quit resisting.
Not
Yep.
resisting.
Give me your arm.
Good Lord. Holy.
Now you're under arrest for resisting arrest, obstruction, and the parking violation.
Okay.
All right, don't move so I can get these locked.
I never resisted you to begin with.
Yes, you did.
All 5 of you hit me.
It's all on body cam, sir.
Yes, it is.
All right, we're going to get you rolled over.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's stand yet.
All right. Why did you assault me?
We were attempting to investigate a crime and you tried to shut the door on us. Other shoe.
What crime?
The parking violation. Come on. Hey.
I'm going, guys. I'm
Hey.
going.
Hey, real quick. We did this once. Do not do
Ow!
it. Hey, stop. This can go either which way you choose.
I'm
All right?
choosing to
You
go
can peacefully walk
peacefully.
out there, or you can keep fighting us and
I'll
go
go-
back to the ground. Do you understand?
Come on,
It's
Pepper.
yes or no?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
I'm not gonna. I thought I could walk out here peacefully.
I thought that.
Yeah, we shut the door. Keep walking.
Ask him, I don't know.
While McMahon was released a day later, he's not out of trouble. According to court records, he has 2 protective orders against him, and some neighbors are saying he's no angel. Fox 23 searched through court records and found that McMahon is charged with several misdemeanors, including 7 counts of violating a protective order. As I argued in the prior video, accountability here should involve more than just Officer Ferguson. There are multiple police officers you see on this body cam footage who are perfectly fine going along with what they did to Richard. And it also says that the Broken Arrow police are still investigating this incident and that the officer has been put on routine administrative leave. What it should read is that this police officer and everyone else who illegally entered Richard's home have been fired and now are facing criminal charges. If we don't have the right to have the police not enter our house without a warrant, then we have no rights at all. But apparently it was just Michael Ferguson who took the blame for the entire incident, which is well deserved, but there were other officers involved as well. Then fast forward to just a few days ago, from the Broken Arrow Sentinel, probe finishes, 3 Broken Arrow police officers fired. So now we have 3 other Broken Arrow officers who have been terminated. Was that in relation to the McMahon incident? No, apparently not. The Broken Arrow Police Department said Monday that 3 officers have been terminated after the conclusion of an internal investigation into reported misconduct. Police said that the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation has taken over the probe, but would not elaborate on the allegations and did not identify the officers involved. The department said that during a May 27th call for service, BAPD patrol officers discovered alleged misconduct by fellow officers that occurred on May 23rd. The alleged misconduct was related to the call for service as well as the patrol officers' investigation. The department has not commented on what policy violations occurred that led to the firing. 2 independent sources told the Sentinel the case involved the theft of ammunition from a residence where an eviction had taken place. Another media outlet, Tulsa World, apparently found out the names of the fired officers pursuant to a FOIA request. They found out that Caitlin Anderson, Jonathan Chisholm, and Jesse Sandoval were all fired Thursday, August 15th. Your actions resulted in serious rule infractions, including pending criminal allegations. Each of the 3 officers' 2-page termination letter states. The Tulsa County District Attorney's Office confirmed that it was reviewing a report from the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation regarding the incident. So this is the second time in less than 30 days that Broken Arrow Police have announced the firing of police officers. And it's apparently been a tough year for Broken Arrow. Earlier this year, Officer William Golden, who was criminally charged by the district attorney after video surfaced of him tasing and pepper spraying a dog on his property, resigned from the department. Then you had the Sergeant Michael Ferguson matter that we just went over. So I did a little more digging and I found where in the comments of the Broken Arrow Police Department's Facebook page, there's this guy who is claiming to have inside information about what this is really about. And this is what he says. All these officers were being investigated for stealing from a house and then trying to cover it up. Hardly anyone will talk about this. The police department is just trying to hide this to save their reputation since it has taken a huge downfall recently. This has nothing to do with the unlawful entry and arrest with Officer Ferguson. He was already terminated and no one else from that incident was being punished. He says that his proof is several sources that work for the city. He can't name them for obvious reasons. He says, I can be a little more specific and state that they were all involved with stealing ammunition from a residence, and then one of them tried to cover it up. I was also told Tulsa County DA office is contemplating criminal charges for all 4. So perhaps that's what that's about. Stealing ammunition from a citizen and then lying about it. Perhaps they should have taken my advice sooner about getting rid of the rest of the officers who were involved in Richard's incident, though I don't know whether those were any of the same people. Perhaps they just need to clean house in Broken Arrow. Well, clean even more house. It's time for police agencies across the country to start taking seriously the rights that we have in our house, in our home, in our castle. Clearly, Officer Ferguson was not taught to respect the home. Clearly, the other officers who were stealing ammo out of somebody's home were not taught to respect the home. Please subscribe both here and at the blog at thecivilrightslawyer.com. Also follow me on Twitter at JohnBryanESQ. Remember, our rights don't end where your fear begins. Freedom is scary. Deal with it.
Okay, so he was talking about the cop being, or the guy being a narcissist. I think the cop was, or both of them. Hey, guys, go over to John Bryant's channel, Civil Rights Lawyer. Check him out. He has some really good content, a lot of information, if that's what you're into. Subscribe to my channel. And remember, if you violate the oath of office, it should be a felony. I'm going to keep pushing this until we push it hard. All right? So, guys, have a nice evening, and I will talk to you again on another video. Thank you.